Chase, the plucky squire. Are you
Pluckiest of squires?
dumb Pluck?
Whoa.
Dumb Pluck.
Let's not get demonetized right away.
I'm all for it. Take away the money. We talked about this game on a preview. I think we've talked about it.
There was it was on a Nintendo Direct, right?
Yeah. It was on a lot of things. But I've put maybe I think this at 150 minutes into the game.
Okay. Damn, man. I don't think it's 150 hours long.
No. But I feel like I just got to like the game. Like I kind of got through what it's having you do. This is a Devolver game for those of you who are not aware. It is an adorable game. It's a very simple game. I would say this is a game for a family to play together. And Chase and I are going to play a little bit of it tonight so he can get a feel for it, because I don't think it's on your radar to pick up and play. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, right. I mean, I love the look of it. I was very charmed by it, but also from just what I've heard, not specifically from you, but I think I've heard a little bit from you as well. Like, it's just kind of mechanically thin. It's maybe not the most intense gaming experience, which can be fine. And like you said, probably great for families or kids to play through, and certainly like a visual showpiece, but maybe not something I need to grab.
Yeah, like
we're going into like the last couple months of the year and game of the year stuff, conversations are starting to have. And
I've played this primarily on my handheld, and I think that's a really good spot for it. So if you have the means to do that, I'd say check it out there. I was in the process of moving and a bunch of other stuff came out, and I just kind of lost this one in the shuffle of things, but it is being propped up by a lot of heart and mostly style.
And it's a pretty short game too, right?
It is. So we just got to the city. I've got a few people like hanging out with me now. I don't know if I can take control of them in any way, shape, or form, but we just ran into them out here on this last mission, and I don't know if there's like no direction right now. That's a Mona Lisa, it looks like.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, her name's Lisa as well. So
come here, see my smile.
That's probably where that comes from. How Long to Beat has this pegged at 8.5 hours for the main story.
That's a little bit longer than I expected for this.
I also thought it might be half that, but
yeah,
so that's kind of cool.
So we are the Plucky Squire, and we have been tossed about in this book. There's a theory of those in the book that there is a being or an entity or a godlike person, I think their name is Sam, who is writing you into existence. But there's also the Plucky Squire, as you're seeing here, is a very famous person in this community, and it feels like Sam is maybe writing some of what he feels he could be into this character from what I've pieced together so far.
So like maybe like a little Toy Story kind of
maybe.
I mean, I guess Andy in Toy Story wasn't really building the story of the toys, but I think there's a little bit there. Like, hey, there's two levels to this, or actually, you know, a better one is probably the Lego Movie.
Yes, that's a really good one. I think there's a lot of that here for sure. I need to figure out where the hell for us to go. That's the one thing that is missing here. We don't have any sort of like log or compass or map.
Did you have that before you got to this area, or
it was really like you were on it, like you were just basically tossed in and going, like very linear. This is the first time I've come to like a place I can explore like this.
Well, these people have yellow arrows over their heads before you get close, so maybe you just need to talk to a bunch of people.
Yeah, these are all famous, or at least, you know, inspired by.
There's a Vincent. There's isn't that the guy with the apple in front of his face?
Yeah, that is true. We'll keep moving here. I went up to that one building and I got stopped. It kind of froze up. Here we go. Let's see if I can We aren't quite ready to see you yet. Please take a look around town while you wait. All right, I guess we'll just keep talking to people. We'll go into this pencil place next. Oh, this is fun. Is this Banksy?
Makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Very cool.
Frida Kahlo. Not sure who that's supposed to be.
Oh, these are the upgrades that you can get. So I have upgraded one of these at least. Yeah, I've done I got sword throw. You can also get an art scroll. I'll grab one of these and show you what it looks like here when you get one of these. You got a piece of artwork. Press X to show it in the gallery.
Nice.
It's concept.
Okay, so just kind of like a gotcha style. Get some collectibles.
Yeah, this is like all behind the scenes. Like here's their ideas for enemies.
I like they're annotated like that.
Yeah, I think that's really cool how they do it. So you can buy and find these scrolls here, and you get to see kind of how they build the level out. I think that there is there's a digital deluxe that came with an art book for this, which probably is really cool. You get a little bit more of that stuff. All right, nothing there. Let's go check out Johnny's house. Nothing there. Let's keep talking. Warhol. Oh, there's a scroll. Who'd we get? You got a new piece of artwork.
It's a nice little town.
Concept area of Castletown. Some early concept into the game environments. This would eventually become Ardia Town. Interesting.
And that's where you are right now.
That's where we are. Oh, I can pick up the pig.
Can you take him back to his pig house?
That's where I think he belongs. 5-0.
Okay, that gives you something to do.
I just found the chickens and Echoes of Wisdom and brought them all back to where they needed to go.
I have not done that. I have not seen that. I have seen. I've gotten a horse back.
Oh, cool. I haven't done that yet.
Okay. Then I immediately found something that made the horse, at least to me, feel irrelevant. And I was like, okay, well, cool that I can get horses.
How many dungeons have you done there so far?
I have finished the 3, I guess, but like I finished the first 2.
Okay.
Like they give you the choice of which 2 to go to, or which of 2 you want to go to first, and I've done both of those now.
Same. Game's very good.
Yeah, I look forward to talking more about it on Wednesday. There's a lot to say.
I think we'll be talking a lot about that one, as well as I've got a handful of games to share with you.
Yeah.
Very excited about that. Get over here, pig.
I'll probably just talk about Zelda because you don't really care about Naruto, nor should you.
I mean,
And
do you care about Naruto?
I mean, it's kind of what I said before. It's just a nostalgia trip for me. It's not doing anything crazy that I haven't already experienced playing the games that came before and after it. So probably not worth talking much about, but I'm chipping away at it and having a good time.
Are you going to spin the wheel for next month?
I'm gonna spin a wheel, but I'm gonna wait for a month. So we'll spin it back up in November.
And you've got a birthday coming up. What are your plans for your birthday?
It's true. You know that, man, that's a good point. Because not usually. I spun like the mini wheel for like my birthday month, where I was like, oh, these are games I really, really want to play. But I guess I'm skipping that this year.
You're not going to do it?
I'm already playing. No, because I'm already playing games that I really want to play, and I'm supposed to be playing Heat Signature, which is a game that I've always really, really wanted to play. So I should just do that, and that'll be fine.
I am very curious to hear if it holds up in a way that you think it should.
Yeah, I'm worried about it because I'm not sure if it has controller support, and even if it does, I don't know if I have the knowledge to make that work. Wisdom, I guess, on a PC. And as much as I kind of like the aesthetic of something like Tokyo 42, I really just did not like playing that on a mouse and keyboard. That is not my preferred way to play games. So if I also had to play Heat Signature like that, that'll be a little rough.
Do you think that you're going to end up checking out Metaphor? Did you check out the demo? Did you download the demo for that?
So I still haven't checked out the demo, but I am getting increasingly more on the side of, yeah, okay, I'm gonna pick that one up.
Dude, I just got like to the point where you can start to do the job system in it. It's really fucking cool.
That does sound like my shit. Like, hey, we put Persona combat and some Persona aesthetics and gave it a really cool job system. I was like, oh, those are things I really like.
Yep, it's neat. So far I've got a warrior, a seeker, and a mage that I can go in and assign to it.
That's soon.
I mean the reviews just came out for it today and they are very high.
Okay,
I think
that is like mid-October, right?
Yeah, I think it's this week.
Is it really?
I do think it's this week.
If only there was some kind of podcast that told you when video games came out.
I'm pretty sure I think it's the 10th. I don't know why I have that number in my head, but I think it's the 10th. Let me know if I'm right.
I will look it up again just to be sure.
And also tonight, Diablo gets updated.
Metaphor Re-Fantasio is the 11th.
Okay. Well, that's my anniversary, so I don't know how much I'll be playing on my anniversary, but I will absolutely be putting time in with that.
I mean, my problem is that I feel like I want to just get Zelda done and put away before I play.
I feel like game. I need to do Zelda and Astrobot. I feel like I'm close on Astrobot.
I'm not close on Astrobot, but I also feel like I need to play Astrobot. So I'll probably focus on those two for now, and then pick up Metaphor maybe closer to the end of the month.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing the demo, and since that carries over, I at least have my beak wet, and I can speak to it, which that'll be good. All right, so this is kind of a... what's that thing where it's like, hey, I'm going to turn this item into this item, into that item, into that item.
Transmogrifying.
Yeah, basically it's like, oh, hey, well, if you need to get my dog, I need to have an apple, and you got to go here and find the apple. And so
so more like kind of like the Zelda, not fetch quest, but like the trading games. Yeah. Here we go. Here's the shit.
So you'll see the little spiral on pages, and that's where you can go in and out. And they've done some cool stuff with it where it's like, hey, you need to get over here, but in this world, like, it's not here on this page, but this might be a ravine that you couldn't cross when you're in that world, but I could walk across it outside of it, and then I could hop back in over here. There's also the ability to enter here, which is what we're gonna do.
Sure.
And pick up that pig.
This is so rad. I feel like this would never get old, switching between the 2D and 3D.
So we just drop him off in here. It's crazy how effective it is. And like, I also wonder, like, from a technical video game standpoint, are there just multiple worlds running at once? Is like that pig, I just grabbed it and brought it from one instance to over here.
I mean, we're getting into programming stuff that I don't know. Like when you played Cocoon, were the multiple worlds all running at the same time? I don't know. I mean, knowing some stuff about video games, the way that they'll cheat lots of things. I doubt there will be multiple instances of games running at the same time. I can't remember which game it was, but there was a video or like a developer video. Maybe it was Destiny, just because Bungie does a lot of developer video stuff. But there was something where it was like, here's what you as the player see, and then here's the field of view that's like outside of your character's vision, and like it's all gone. Like the entire world is gone the moment you look away from it.
Yeah, that cone vision. I know that Horizon did that also. Oh shit, we got some real mean dudes here. Like there's a scroll over there we're gonna get.
Yeah.
So the combat's super easy, man. Like
Sure, yeah. I do like that there's like a sword throw move though. That's kind of neat.
What's this one? Snow route. Okay, cool.
So I have to imagine there are some pigs in the 3D area too.
That's what I'm thinking. Keeping an eye out. There's a glove it looks like we're gonna get that will allow me to maybe lift that big pig, I bet. If you didn't know, there's a lot of Zelda inspiration here. Also, this is Mini Beard, who can tell you what to do.
Okay, Mini Beard seems pretty cool.
Let's keep moving over here really quick before we get too far up there. I want to see if the...
Oh no, that's an enemy. Has playing this around the same time as you're playing Zelda been has it made this game less appealing knowing that there is a really good Zelda that you can be playing at any one time?
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because this game got delayed. And it's, you know, it's still very cool, but...
Yeah, that's not to say that two of these games can't exist at one time, and also we mentioned maybe there's like a slightly different audience for each one of these, but also two games that are both kind of Zelda games that are out around the same time. That Zelda seems pretty good.
I think that Zelda's going to be pretty high up for a lot of people, and I think this game has been pretty... I don't want to say slept on, but I haven't heard a whole lot about it. Like there was, when I logged into Twitch tonight to get things set up, there was like 150 people playing it. So small numbers in comparison, but I think that this is going to find its niche with the families, as I mentioned earlier. But I also think like the cozy streamers, like this is a very like tea, hang out, that sort of thing. It's look, I mean, this is the game. Like so far I haven't had this is like what I did early in the game when it was like the tutorial. So
yeah, it's like you're just kind of exploring, but also it seems like a cool game to explore around.
Oh, that's fun.
This is fun.
You know, I think
feel like they would put a pig this far away.
No, I'm gonna grab that glove while we're up here because it's just in this little area, and then that will let me lift the big pig. Oh, do I not have a key yet? Okay, so maybe I won't get this yet. Oh, there's a key. So I mean, I think that's kind of. You also have a hint system right here.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, I think I've already sent this to my brother because I think him and his son would just have an absolute field day with this.
Sure.
They just beat. I don't think you ever played it. Maybe you did. They just played through together and beat Unraveled.
Okay. Yeah, I have not played it, but it's a cool looking game.
Yeah, it was a really cool co-op experience. Then,
hey, that's a pig.
That's a pig. Can I get it from out here?
Yeah, how would one get it?
How do we get that guy? Can I get up there?
Maybe that's something the glove does. Maybe
Ooh.
you can rip stuff off.
Ooh, you've played video games before, haven't you?
Yeah, one or two.
Yeah. All right, we got our key. We'll just hop down. Get this glove.
This is cool.
Yeah. It's again very well done. Beautiful game. I think it's simple, and I don't mean that in a derogatory term. Like it's just very straightforward. Outside of its obviously beautiful design, but they had an idea. They went for it. Oh, cool. This one in 3D. Neat. Animations are really good. I like the little bounciness of them.
Yeah, I like the texture of everything. I like kind of this
You get a key.
like almost like a clay kind of shine that's on the little sheen on the characters in 3D.
There's our key. It's like a Playmo, I think is what you call that brand. Playmo.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Chase, you're not going to like this next news.
Am I?
Nomad
not?
closed today.
What is that?
The place that I took you and Johnny with the pastrami and burgers.
Oh no! I like that place.
I told you weren't going to like what I was going to tell you.
Aw. That's a bummer.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
wasn't I just talking to you about that?
You just messaged
ago?
me recently. You're like, hey, what's this place? I was like, oh, this place? It's this place. And you're like, oh yeah, that's that place.
Yeah, I was like, I want to go back to the place that you took me before, and you're like, which place was that? I've taken you many places. And I was like, yeah, but the one.
You know, that place. That old place.
Well, that is a bummer.
It is a bummer. Can I get... All right, this will be an interesting little maneuver here. Ah.
I'm not so worried about it in this game, but that it does remind me. There's like when I played Psychonauts for the first time. There's a definite part, like kind of near the end of the game, but where you're like, oh, I'm like right to the end. Like this is where I need to be, and the game's like, yeah. You just need to like talk to these 3 people, and then you can basically just move on and get to the end game. Like, great, that sounds awesome. And then you realize that talking to 3 people means going into 3 people's brains.
Oh yeah.
Which are entire whole stages. So you're not actually anywhere fucking close to the end of the video game. And I could see that being the case with this too. Like less so because it's it's like a more simplified game that's kind of meant to appeal to kids. But this idea that oh, I just need to make a quick detour to go to this house and grab this glove, like you said, and this house ends up becoming a much larger thing that you have to.
Oh yeah, this is a full on fucking, like, I would say a dungeon equivalent.
Yeah. Can you move that other box on the right side of the wall?
Nope. Maybe if I just move this one a little bit closer to the couch. There we go. There we go.
Oh, you can mantle.
You can mantle.
Hell yeah.
Love a good mantle. There's a glove.
That appears to be a glove.
Oh. Give me that. What's this thing do? The tilt gauntlets. With these mysterious gloves, he has the power to move the world itself. Okay. Another Moonbeer magical item? I believe you will find the gauntlets most beneficial and rather fun if you enjoy tilting things. Return to your book and give them a whirl. I'll magic it up. Okay, give me a portal. Thank you. I don't know if we're going to get the pig.
Huh. Well,
I don't know where to go from here. Can I cross over here? Can't cross there.
Can you go up?
Can't go up there. What can I do here?
Something you can do with your tilt glove, maybe?
No, they'll prompt you when that comes up.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not supposed to be over here because
maybe I think she fucked you.
I'm not so sure she didn't here. Huh.
That's huh.
Well, it's only a minute from our last save.
That's probably right when she made that portal.
Probably so.
Fingers crossed. Hopefully.
I hope so. Jeez, that'd be rough. I don't feel like doing that whole house again. Okay, so we've got that now.
Yeah, try the portal one more time.
All right, I go right. Not touch anything. Oh, there's a jump now.
That's
all right.
yeah, that didn't show up before. So I don't know if maybe you just had to stand real close to it or something.
Hard telling.
Or just be stopped for a second. I don't know.
Let's go back to our book, see what we can do with it. Time to try out these powered up gauntlets of yours. Walk up to the book and press LT and RT. You should be able to angle things in a whole new way. Moonbeard out.
Oh, so you can probably roll that pig somewhere.
Let's take these tilt gauntlets for a spin. You should be able to tilt the book itself with left and right trigger. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was good.
Oh, that's where he wants to be. Hey, there's a pig on the outside.
I see him out there cruising around. We'll go grab him.
Okay.
Tiny is back where he belongs. Head back to the book. Check in with the gang. All right, so we can tilt things. That's good. Let's see if I can grab you, though. Yeah, come here, pig. And there we are. Welcome back. The tiny problem got fixed while you were gone. We spied him rolling back. Oh, totally for nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 to get.
Okay. I wonder if I can go out here and tilt again. See if we can get a better viewpoint of what's going on there.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing there.
Nothing there.
Okay, that didn't change anything up. Let's see. Got that pig that was over there. That was a sticker. I don't know if that would count, the one that we saw.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only other thing that's looked like one of these pigs. But yeah, that does seem.
I haven't gotten too far in here yet.
And we haven't outside of the that's funny.
Whoops.
Outside of the sticker, we haven't seen a 3D pig, like when you bring a pig to the 3D world.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything. We got some shit over here, though. Maybe I can find one in this little area.
Maybe.
Oh, shit. I don't see a pig, but missed a light bulb. All right. That's kind of fun.
That is nice.
Don't see a pig anywhere. I do see a scroll over there by that domino. By the acrylic color. So I can head that way.
Have you gone northeast here?
Northeast of here, I have not. Let me check in here while we're... Nothing back there. I think we've been back here because there's those two little bugs.
Yes, this is familiar, yeah.
Yeah, we fought those two things. Oh, there's that scroll, though.
You already got that scroll.
Oh, weird. Wonder why it showed back up.
I don't know.
Can't get through there. Hey.
Listen.
Hey, listen. This is, there was a scroll over here somewhere. I thought. There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, sneak through here.
No, looks like you gotta go. There you go.
The skies of my dreams. No pig. Looks kind of interesting. You do anything? Nope. Another level. Volcano. Cool. Well, shit. I don't think there's a pig out here.
I mean, maybe. Why don't you just try going back into the book and go into that place they wouldn't let you in before.
Up here
and now
at the
that
top?
you've got the glove, yeah, maybe you can just.
Yeah.
Maybe the pig thing is not a necessary thing. You can come back to it, or maybe they'll show up somewhere else. Nope, guess not.
Okay, look around town still.
Have you looked in all the buildings?
I feel like I have, but I probably am missing something. Oh, what?
There
What
you
was
go.
that? Not me. Forgetting about that building and the pig in it. Are you supposed to be in there? Okay, you are in there. One more.
Seems like we're just getting like a few little bugs here and there.
You know, the funny thing is I had something similar happen when I first played it.
Hey.
There we go. I had a weird load pop. Okay, pigs are delivered. Take this. What will you give me? All right, the scroll. I'll take it. Oh, that's fun.
Ooh.
Neat. Enemy ideas.
That reminds me a lot of Kirby Stream Land 2. When you beat that game, you'd get, like, over the credits, they would show all the characters, all the enemies, like, running by on screen, and they would tell you all their stupid little names.
Oh, fun.
I just really enjoyed that.
Yeah. All right, so we did have to clear that out. We get to move forward now. And we'll see what we can do moving ahead. There was a cool thing earlier, like you didn't have the glove, but it was the same concept where you're flipping pages. And you would have to like go ahead a few pages and leave your friends on certain pages. And it was always really fun. Like, oh, hey, you're back. Where'd you go? Like neat little dumb shit like that.
Yeah. Has there been any, there's a game called Hotel Dusk on the DS where I think even one of the Zelda games, maybe Phantom Hourglass or something too, had something where you would write on the bottom screen and then you could close the DS, and when you open it back up, it would be printed on the top screen. So like when you're manipulating pages here, could like something like get like fall off one side of the page onto the other, kind of the way you did with the large pig.
I mean, I think there is going to be some of that for sure, but
I could see that being a mechanic that shows up.
Yeah, totally. Speaking of weird broken things, have you seen people have figured out how to stay as Link in Echoes of Wisdom?
I have not.
There's some really funny things people are trying to do to break that game.
It does seem to beg to be broken in some ways. Like I did a very large sequence break at one point just as I was exploring, and I found this echo that I got. I learned it. I haven't been able to use it because it costs like 5 echo points, and I only have 4 right now. And I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I can't wait to use this thing. But
where'd you find it?
Fault. Down in the southeast in the wetlands area.
Okay.
I just like hung out there, found a cave, found a really cool thing. I don't want to
Yeah.
spoil it too much, but then I was like, oh, I get to learn this, and then I was like, yeah, and you get to use it, as soon as you have enough energy, which you definitely do not have. I'm like, son of a bitch. that's the one I really want.
The last couple upgrades haven't given me more energy, but it's made everything cost less.
Right. Yeah, I got one where there was one, I forgot what the thing was. I just got the one that made a handful of things cost less. But the upgrade before that was also different. It like unlocked something else when I expected it to be another echo point. And I was disappointed when it wasn't, because I thought I was going to get to have my new friend.
You didn't have enough lands to play that one.
Yes, I'm not playing Hearthstone, unfortunately.
Is anybody?
I'm sure somebody's playing Hearthstone. That was a pretty popular card game.
I feel like it kind of came and went.
I mean, for somebody like you who didn't care about it to begin with, yeah, I'm sure it did come and go. But there's people who still really care.
There's still some real ones. That's cool.
It's real to them, damn it.
What was happening in his homeland?
Oh no, Thrash is from the volcano land, I bet. Spoiler alert.
This is just aesthetically really neat.
It really is.
I love the style here.
I don't know if I have no issue recommending this game. I think it's gorgeous, but I just don't know in the grand scheme. Like to your point, when you have an Echoes of Wisdom out, I would probably say like you should go play Echoes of Wisdom, and I that's really unfair, but I feel like that would also occupy the same time and place that this would for somebody.
Yeah, it's tough because
this is half the cost of that. I think it's also $30 if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right. Like it. Hey, Echoes of Wisdom, also a pretty gorgeous game, but yeah. I think this is visually more interesting than that game.
Yeah.
The problem is that Zelda is just so much more mechanically interesting than what I've seen so far from here. Like, not to say that there isn't cool stuff in here, but
this is just a looker. It's a very good looker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zelda.
Okay. That means a lot.
Yeah. I think Zelda has ran a little rough. I don't know if you've had that where it's been kind of stuttery or framey, but
I suppose I probably have. I don't particularly look for that on the Switch unless it is incredibly bad. But yeah. I mean, to me, it doesn't feel like it's running any different than Link's Awakening did.
I think that's, yeah, it's very similar. It makes me feel like I should wait and play it on something else. If they would announce that thing.
Maybe someday.
I feel like they got to be doing something soon if it's going to do like a traditional kind of like ramp cycle, but Nintendo's anything but traditional.
I mean, yeah, but also what's their incentive? Are people out there not buying Switches these days?
No, I think they just want to have to stop saying before every direct, we will not mention the Switch 2 here.
Yeah.
I want that thing.
Sure. Hey, I'm just happy to hear you say you want to Switch.
I enjoy when Switch is good. And it's good a lot.
Well, the Switch has never been bad, so I don't see the issue.
I don't think the Switch is bad. I think the Switch is tired. For today, it's tired.
I think you're tired.
I am tired. I did a lot today. Last day before back to work.
Yeah. Do you how like on a percentage scale? How much do you think you have moved into the house at this point?
I feel I'm 90% there.
That's really good, man.
Yeah. Been working my ass off trying to get this place ready to go. And There's one area of the house that my dad's building some sheds for, or not. I just heard the dogs outside by the shed, building some shelves for us, and so I can't unbox everything there yet. And then we're also looking to get a new record cabinet, and I can't do a whole lot there right now either. So I've got like my records, but by and large, we're in a really good spot.
I think I still have some boxes that I've just either never opened or opened once and went, there's nothing I really need here right now. I'll just leave it in the box, and then have just left it in there the whole time.
we had a family member that moved and just really struggled getting their stuff unboxed.
Sure.
And Sarah was just like, hey, I don't want to be in that situation. I'm like, understood. We're going to unbox. So I've been working on that and setting stuff up. There's a lot to be done still on certain things, but when I say a lot to be done, like we could easily spend more money and buy these things or do that. And we have ideas of what we'd like to do, but nothing that we need to do right now.
Sure.
But we're really enjoying it. It's a lot of work. Our other house just went under contract, and that feels really good. So we're working towards us getting that sold, and that we'll be able to like fully enjoy where we're at now, I think.
Yeah. Oh, pro move right there.
Went right through him. Speaking of pro moves, been playing a little bit of that I Am Your Beast, and that's a cool game.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
we
fun.
We played that a little bit here, didn't we?
Yeah, that's the same person that made oh my god. It's the airport for dog or
yeah, we mentioned it before. I forgot the name.
They had they put out a ton of games. Just like machines of putting out games. All right, get over there. Drop this off here. And let's go find the other one.
It's right above you.
Tis.
Feels like they're going to make you work for it a little bit more than that, though.
They typically do. Launch on up. Great.
I don't want to have too much Zelda talk, because again, we're going to be talking about
it
all Wednesday. But I got to say, I think one of my biggest annoyances with the game so far is that I don't want to be Link. Like, it's they made a game where you play as Zelda instead of Link.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave you a mechanic to just play as Link whenever you want. And it kind of bums me out. And I'm like, oh, but I'm having so much fun playing with the Zelda. Like, why would you want me to play as Link?
I mean, honestly, dude, outside of
parts where they
boss fights, I haven't really.
Right. It just feels like kind of a cop-out thing when I would really like, especially in a boss fight, because like boss fights in Zelda feel like they are supposed to be like, hey, do you really understand the mechanics? Can you puzzle this out in a way where you figure this out? And so far, most of the boss fights have been do the cool thing and then immediately become Link and damage the boss. And I was like, oh, what if I? And I didn't even have to. There are certainly things that you can use that will damage the boss, but they want you to switch to Link.
They absolutely do, man. And I think that it's just not needed in this. For me, like I want to have this really cool story, and it's interesting also because I was trying to place like where is this at? Is it a one-off thing? Like obviously Zelda and Link supposedly don't know one another, but I've met somebody who I know dies in another Zelda game. And so I'm wondering if this is like either before it, or is it just, it doesn't matter? Like it's a one-off thing?
Well, I've always been of the opinion that the Hyrule Historia stuff doesn't matter.
Listen, take it up with Nintendo. They started
it. Sure. But yes, like you see Impa very early in the game, and it's not Ocarina of Time thin buff Impa. It's big
Breath
old
of the
lady
Wild.
Impa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other thing though is that so it's weird. It's got a lot of Breath of the Wild, but the map is almost a Link to the Past also.
Sure.
Like if you know,
it's definitely evoking some of that stuff.
Yeah, like you can pretty much pinpoint where certain things are going to be on that map, but
yeah, it's like they put Hyrule Castle in the middle, just like they did in Link to the Past.
I think it's really cool. I love the inventiveness of it. I just feel like I'm having so much fun exploring, and there is something for folks like you and I. We both really appreciate a good creature collector game. And this is scratching that itch for me in a big way too.
By the way, thank you for the sub.
Oh, thank you. Phil?
Our fanfare didn't show up, which makes me sad, but...
Oh, it didn't?
Not that I saw.
Weird. I'll have to look at that. And thank you. I appreciate the call out there. I did get some lights behind the couch. I think I need to do something up a little bit higher because my last studio was a little bit closer to where this wall is, and I was able to use the lights that I've got here. So I might do something a little bit up there to bring a light onto it. And yeah, I got some floods I haven't put up yet because I just don't think there's a great way to do it where they're not always out. But yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. We're going to upgrade our sword damage.
You could also just turn off all the lights behind you like I do. It's really worked well.
I have an idea for you.
Oh.
They make these pucks that just take batteries that you can mount in there and just put lights on. Because you got some cool shit back there, man.
I do. I was at one time looking for like those light strips that you can tape. It's like a piece of light tape that you put on the bottom edges of the shelves to light them down. But there was just some extra wiring stuff in there that I wasn't gonna do. And I found these lights that they're fine, but they're not good enough.
Yeah, because you collect a lot of cool shit.
There's a lot of junk back there, yeah.
What's your favorite thing on that shelf?
Oh, Jesus. Man. What is my favorite thing back here? I mean, I've got a Rob the Robot that I like quite a bit. I've got a 32X in box, which that's a bad system, but I love it.
Yeah.
I've got my Master Chief head from the Halo 3 Legendary edition.
The one that was for cats.
Yes, the cat helmet. Johnny's birthday gift of that giant size Pokemon trading card game cartridge.
Oh yeah,
there.
That's a really cool thing.
There's a bunch of cool Gunpla up there.
When's the last time you built a Gunpla?
It's been a bit. I've got one just hanging out. It's not new or anything. I've had this for a while. But it's the Victory 2 Gundam, which is a little silly because I already have a Victory 2 that has a bunch of extra bullshit on it. It's called the Assault Buster version, and that's built on the thing already. But it's like I kind of want the clean looking one too. So,
do you find yourself? Because I mean, you got that set up pretty quick when you moved in. Like, you put a lot of shit in there, and you got that looking awesome. Do you find yourself kind of looking around the room and thinking like, I could use something for this or that? Like, do Do you find yourself doing that?
I think it's more of like I think I've slowed down building the Gunpla right now because I know there's just no good spot on that shelf to build more. And in fact, I probably need to take some down because it's getting crowded up there and kind of looks garbagey. Yeah, I don't know. Like there's certainly times where I look at that and see some things that I'd put there instead, or there's like a section that's a bunch of books and it's like, oh, is that really the best place for the books? I don't know. I did just buy. Somebody was talking about these. They're kind of like, this doesn't help because you haven't watched Gundam, but you have your mobile suits, and when they're not in use, when they're not flying around, they have like not a hangar exactly, but they have like their own box thing they get in.
Yeah.
And that's that's how they're transported or something, or that's how people work on them because they're just like in this bay. And a company has made these plastic bays that are connectable and stackable.
Oh,
and
to put them in.
So you can put your Gunplas in them, and they can.
Sarah just got one of those for Legos.
Yeah, totally. I mean, those kind of display cases. I don't have room for like actual display cases in this room. That would be awesome. But I do have, it's off camera, but I do have like a section over here where there's another big shelving unit where nothing is on because it doesn't show up on camera. I don't really care so much. But I think I am going to put, I think I got 10 of those things.
Oh, cool.
Those hanger bays. So I'm just going to stack up a bunch of them on these shelves, and then that'll give me a lot more places to put Gunpla or take some of the Gunpla back there and put them on, so I can have a little bit more shelf space as well. Because there's also there's a bunch of fucking Fire Emblem amiibo, and there's like a bunch of boss fight books. There's just so much shit. There's so much shit back there.
I'll make this over to credits while we talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
I think that, like, for me, I've tried to bring something over that's like had a profound impact in some way, shape, or form. And so I've got a lot more space now to do that. I actually, I'm hoping it gets here before Thursday, but I don't think it will. I just got a really cool thing for Balatro that I'm going to show you. And I was hoping to get, I saw somebody was like 3D printing out the cards, which looked really cool. But like this, our spaces have to function too. Like they have a purpose besides just being like an area that we put a bunch of cool shit in. So like I'm trying to like balance all those out, and I've got a pretty long section here, and like off to my left is all my like, because I work from home. All my stuff over there is just work from home, which is fun. But yeah, I put up some shelves over here over the weekend that I really like too. So been busy.
Yeah, I mean, this is you've been to my place, so you already kind of know this. But this is like the one room where I allowed myself to, be crazy and put a bunch of bullshit in, and then the rest of the rooms are, look more like a house.
Yeah, totally.
But this room is also, relatively small, so I can only put so much bullshit in here.
But you've got like, I know because I've been there again, but you've got a nice little tier left shoulder working station over there where you can do your Gunpla and other things. And this is not an area that I believe you don't work over there, correct?
I have before, but that doesn't really show up on camera all that well.
Yeah, that helps out.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got like another room, like a sunroom, where I have another desk and laptop set up, and that's where I do most of my work. But I've been known to do some stuff here. It was weird before having the PC that I'm on right now. I did like have my laptop set up here, and there wasn't as much shit back here, but I definitely was taking some meetings here. And there was, I'm a little bit proud of all this shit because it's all like,
totally
the things I like.
But
at the same time, you're like, I don't need my office mates seeing all my Gundam posters and things. Like, I could probably have my real office be somewhere else.
There's a lot at my company. I have a lot of people who use the like fake backgrounds. Like,
yeah, I hate that shit.
And there's something to be said about it, I guess. Like if you
There's
have
like a
it,
privacy thing, yeah. Or
well, not only that, but nobody knows where you're working at that way.
that's also true.
And that was something like this past year when I had the office taken apart. There are some people that I hadn't seen for a while, and they were just like, "Hey, what's going on? Like, did you paint?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, hang on, you're missing a bunch of stuff, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'd have to like have that conversation, but yeah.
I don't know how strict your company is on this, but like for if I'm going that far, I'm just turning my camera off. And it's like I can take this call anywhere, so I'm just going to do it without my face. Like you don't need to see that.
There's no, like, from an HR perspective, you can't tell people to turn their camera on.
Yeah.
So people can have their camera off. I don't mind it unless I'm like in a one-on-one meeting. I think that's weird.
Right. Then it feels a little
Yeah.
disrespectful, at least, or like, hey, we're trying to have a conversation. I can't tell if you are here or not. That's that's rough.
But if it's like my wife, she also works from home.
Yeah.
Sarah will very seldomly have her camera on. Like, that's just not her thing. And I just don't like, most of my meetings are one-on-one meetings, so I have those a lot. But yeah,
and for the most part I don't care, like because I am in my other office room, and it's fine to have it on, and it's perfectly okay. But there are other times where it's like, this meeting, they really don't need me, I'm just kind of there to be there. So I'm gonna just stay in bed and have audio on, or also be muted and only turn it on when somebody needs me, and I can just go anywhere in the house. There was a time where we would have like our all hands meetings.
Yeah.
And nobody needs to talk to me in those meetings. You just need to be there in case, somebody asks you something. So it was like those meetings would always start at 11. I was like, great, that's a 2-hour lunch. I'm going to start making lunch right now. Muted, camera off. If somebody calls me for something, I can turn the audio back on and reply. But otherwise, I'm making food right now, and I'll just have this on in the background, I guess.
We have a deep work week that we do once a month, and I give everybody the option that week. I'm just like, hey, do you want to have your camera off this week for meetings? And just because there is a fatigue that comes with that, being in front of a camera all day long. So but yeah, I'm excited for you. You're gonna come over this week. We've got a lot of fun stuff going on, so as you can see in our schedule there, and if you follow along, hopefully the cloud bot's on. There he is. We've got tonight we did the Plucky Squire. I don't think we're gonna stream it again. We'll definitely talk about the style at the end of the year, but
I'm glad I saw it.
Yeah, for sure. You've seen it in motion, you know what it is. You can make an assessment of it that way. This Wednesday is episode 393. We're just gonna have a very laid back, very chilled, deep what you've been playing. So mostly Zelda.
Like last week we did the preview because it was time for the preview. But Bobby and I haven't really been catching up too much about video games, and I think it would just be, of course I haven't played a lot that's new outside of Zelda, but I know Bobby has, so I'm looking forward to having that conversation, catching up, and seeing where we are.
And then Friday night, I'm going to be playing Diablo 4. Zoe might be on later in the stream. Johnny is going to be there with us that night as well. This is the Vessel of Hatred expansion. Speaking of our preview episode, we covered it. It actually comes out on the 8th. So whole new character class, whole new area of the map, some new campaign stuff for Diablo 4. This is the true first expansion of that game. So pretty excited to see what's going on there with it. That's what we've got going on this week. So the other thing I'll just tease, next week we'll be moving to a different recording time for our Wednesday night stream. Chase and I have to hammer that out. It'll either be Tuesday or Thursday, I think we talked through, but we'll update you all very soon on that. Chase, you've been busy too though. What do you got going on?
It's true. I don't think it's new. I think we talked about it last episode, but there is a new episode of Pilot Program out on Faulty Towers, the 1975 British television show starring John Cleese. That was a lot of fun that I did with a good friend of the show, Pierce Corshane. That's for Pilot Program. Go check out shows.acast.com/pilot program and find all the shows that we do for that podcast.
Very cool.
And then I've also got my YouTube channel, Chasing Gay Plays. This Wednesday will be another new episode of Black Hole Sun. I'm there. I'm there, Bobby.
Oh,
There's
dope.
I confirmed it. There is one more mission after this. This is.
Have you said what you're gonna do next? You're doing poke.
I did announce it on this video. I might have announced it earlier. I think you and I talked about it at one point on one of these streams. But I am gonna play some form of the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy Color, whether it's the original that I could just play on my Switch, or the Japanese only sequel that got a fan translation and I've also played through before, but not on recording. Or there is a ROM hack where somebody put in the Johto Pokemon from the Neo expansion. That's when I stopped playing. So there's a bunch of cards that I've just never played with, and I'm kind of leaving it up to the audience if anybody has an opinion on which one I play. But in some form or fashion, there will be Pokemon trading card game going forward for a while, and I love those games. So
yeah, that'd be cool. Nice. All right, that's what we got going on this week. We'll be back live again on Wednesday night to tell you about those games we're playing, and then Chase and Johnny will be at my house on Thursday night, and then Johnny will be on the stream on Friday night. So it's kind of like old times a little bit. But
Johnny, the vessel of hatred. That's what I've always called him.
I will unload a vessel of hatred on him.